How's it going, everybody? Billy Jack here, and I'm gonna make you a little video on how you can take photos with your phone. So I am screen recording this this session, okay, on my phone. Okay, so you know that I do the photography for you, but sometimes my schedule it can be a little tricky, and I can't get them in. Okay, so to do your photos, ideally, you do want them to be professional pictures, okay? Because there's just no way you're gonna get the same results with a phone that you do in professional photography because it of the dynamics, okay, and the multiple photos that we use to create a nice picture, okay. So, but if you need it, maybe a rental, or you want to take pictures for your clients or something like that, or you need to really put it on MLS right away, and you can't find a photographer. Photographers, if I can't do it for you, and you need to find somebody, there's some that'll do it for $100, or even less now. There's really not, it's really not expensive anymore. But so I'm going to simulate this that we're in the process of moving, so you can see, okay. But so when you go and you're gonna do photos of the house, if you notice, most agents, they'll take a picture like this, okay. That's the thing that looks the worst, and that's what you end up with. You see the lines here, they're really bad, okay, and you don't want something like that, okay. So what you do is open your Photos app, okay, on your phone, okay, like you're gonna take a picture, and you see here. Okay, you see here, this is an iPhone. What I'm using, this is an iPhone, but on the Android, you should have the same. If you have a fairly new phone, even if it's 6, 7 years old, you should have probably a 2, a 1, and a point 0.5. And the point 0.5 is what we'll always be using. Okay, for the photography, you see it says point 0.5 right here. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll click on that, and you see how it gives you that wide angle. This is a uh 13 millimeter. Okay, so usually in photography we'll do 16 millimeter, but 13 millimeter is good. Okay, so that gives you wide without distortion on the sides here. Okay, so the next step to avoid stupid looking pictures, okay, is if you can see, my phone has a level in there, and I enabled it in the settings, but you don't really need to if you don't want to go through it and see. The trick is, and even on my professional cameras, what I do is I get a reference point. So for example, if I'm going to take a picture of this room, if this is a bedroom, whatever it is, I'll look for a wall. And you see, there's a straight edges. So what you want is straight edges, and you want them close to the edge of your photo of your screen. Okay, so I'm going to use this wall as a reference point. You see how it is there? So I'm going to align it with the edge of my phone and just come out a little bit, because that's the trick in photography. And I'll show you in another room here in a minute. Okay, so you see how now it's level there? Okay, if I tilt the phone this way, see it's crooked. If I point it down, you see it gets crooked there. You see how it kind of goes out? So you want it level with the edge of your screen there. And you see, even in my level, it shows that it's level when this is straight. Okay. Now, another thing is you want all the lights on. Okay. You want to have all your lights on. If it's very bright in there, you can tap. You see, when you tap on the screen, that's your focal points. Okay. You see, if I tap other places, and the new phones are really good at adjusting exposure. Okay, but if you tap on like a window that's bright, it's gonna make the rest of the picture dark. Okay, so you're gonna have to just use your best judgment on where. Don't tap on areas that are closer to the camera, because then it'll throw everything out there out of focus. So you want something kind of in the middle there, mid-range. Okay, and once everything is lined up, then we take the picture. You see, and now it came up. Okay, now here's our picture. And you see even on the outside, it still looks pretty good there. Okay, so the next step that I do is, and this is entirely up to you if you want to do it. I'll When you bring it up on your photos, you'll usually have an area where you can edit it, okay, where you can do the adjustments. And then here, let's see if this will come up. See here, right here on the iPhones, and I think Androids have them too, there's auto adjusting. So see, I don't go in there and tweak it all myself, but you see how it kind of does a little auto adjustment, and it kind of does its little magic there. And you see, and now that actually looks pretty decent. Okay. Of course it doesn't have the flash, so the colors are not going to be real bright and all that, but I mean, it still looks pretty good. Okay. So if you're going to come into a room, we'll use this room here as an example. Okay. And you see, I'm gonna be out here over here somewhere. If you're in a bedroom, we'll simulate that this is a bedroom here. I will come to the doorway. You see, here's the doorway here. Okay. And y'all are familiar with the office, so you can kind of gauge it on how it is. I come into the room on the first corner, and then I'll use the straight edge, which is this wall. And if I was taking a picture of this room, I would start right here to kind of get this part here, the straight edge, and feature the wall, because you don't want to be like this, because then you can't see the walls. If you notice, good photos will have ooh, head up. Okay, you'll have a part of a wall in the picture. You see how it comes down like that and then up like this. So you'll have a part of that wall in there. Okay, and that way it will so show here, okay, part of the wall here and part of the wall there, to to give you that better view of the room. You see, and then if I want to do a little auto adjustment to it, you see how it kind of makes the colors pop a little bit differently. You see, so the lights look good, the table there looks pretty decent and all that. Okay, so in this, it's the same with the exterior ones. Okay, so the main thing is the more lighting, the better, because these phones, you're not really going to be using flashes. Okay, so and that's really about it. Okay, so if another one real quick, if I was doing it from this side here, you see, I would use this wall here as a reference point there. And if I was going to do an overall, I would kind of just barely get it where it's there, the wall here, but then slightly just move it out where the phone is still level. You see? See if I go up too much, then it kind of creeps out, and then go out just a little bit, and then take the picture real quick. You see? And then you see, and then that's what we have there. You see, and I'll just do my little auto adjustment. Okay. And you see, look, that looks pretty nice there. Okay. Pretty decent. Besides the mess there, but you get the point. Okay. So hopefully this video helps you. Do keep in mind, I mean, of course, try to get that professional photos. If you do get a pretty good listing or something, don't do this. I just looked at a $900,000 listing on MLS here in El Paso, and it had a bunch of these, and then a bunch of these to look in the top floor, and just does not look right. Okay, alrighty, guys, so that's it for this one, and see you on the next one. All right.